You've just been pulled into the center of the CIA's most dangerous and covert operation. And this isn't a drill. If you're reading this, it's no accident. You've been chosen because you have what it takes to survive and succeed where others fail. The mission ahead will test your limits, pushing you to think faster, move smarter, and trust no one but yourself. This isn't about luck or chance. It's about skill, focus, and determination. Every decision you make will shape the outcome, and your ability to adapt will determine your survival. This is your moment to step up, take control, and prove you're more than just a player. You are the key to making this operation succeed. If you're ready to face the challenge head-on, hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 2,000 subscribers, and leave a comment to show you're in. There's no turning back now. Stepping into the shadows is not just a metaphor, it's your new reality. The moment you're handed the dossier and briefed on your mission, everything familiar fades away. The bright lights of normal life dim, replaced by the murky underworld of espionage. This is no ordinary task. It's a plunge into the most covert and dangerous operations the CIA has ever orchestrated. Here, every move is calculated, every word weighed, and every glance could reveal a hidden threat. You are no longer just an individual. You've become a weapon forged in secrecy. Your induction isn't a welcoming party. It's a baptism by fire. The coldness of this new world might shock you, but it's essential. The harshness isn't cruelty. It's preparation. Imagine a chessboard, but instead of pawns and knights, you face real people with real stakes, lives, loyalties, and futures hang in balance. This is the price of playing in the shadows. The lessons you'll learn here will shape you, strip away illusions, and reveal your raw, unfiltered strength. Understand this: your past experiences, the pain you carry, and the doubts that haunt you, they are not weaknesses. In fact, they are your greatest advantages. The scars of yesterday will become the armor you wear tomorrow. Every heartbreak and betrayal you've endured sharpen your instincts and give you insight others lack. When you enter the shadows, you bring all of that with you. It's a transformation. Pain turned into power, vulnerability turned into vigilance. This initiation is more than training. It's a rebirth. You shed your old self and embrace a new identity, where survival depends on mental toughness and unbreakable resolve. It's a world where trust is scarce, and you must rely on your own sharp mind. The mission ahead won't wait for you to catch up. You have to be ready, alert, and ruthless from the first breath. Your induction into this perilous mission marks the start of a journey where the stakes couldn't be higher. Remember, in this shadow realm, there is no second chance. You don't get to be careless or soft. The mission demands that you step beyond fear, beyond doubt, and beyond pain. You become a force to be reckoned with, the CIA's secret weapon, operating where few dare to tread. This is your moment to rise from the ashes of your past and carve out your destiny in the darkest corners of the world. When you cross the threshold into enemy territory, you quickly learn that trust is not a gift, it's a liability. In a world where everyone is playing a hidden game, believing in someone else can lead you straight into a trap. The people around you wear masks so expertly crafted you might never see the knife before it's plunged into your back. Trust in this realm becomes the currency that betrays you. The more you give, the more vulnerable you become. Every interaction is a calculated risk. You have to read between the lines, pick up on the slightest hesitation or forced smile, and learn to question every motive. The truth is, in hostile territory, allies and enemies often wear the same face. This blurred line makes trust your deadliest weakness because it blinds you to danger. If you aren't constantly alert and skeptical, you risk losing everything: your mission, your life, even your sense of self. Think about the famous double agents in history. Their stories warn us of how devastating betrayal can be when trust is misplaced. In this world, a friend can turn on you in a heartbeat. That's why your instincts must be razor sharp. The ability to sense deceit before it happens is what separates survivors from casualties. Your gut, shaped by past pain and experience, becomes your most reliable weapon against betrayal. It's painful to realize that loyalty is often a facade, but accepting this truth is liberating. You learn to rely on your own strength and judgment rather than on others who might have hidden agendas. Behind enemy lines, your survival depends on creating your own fortress of distrust and caution. It's a lonely path, but it's the only way to stay alive in this ruthless game. Ultimately, understanding that trust is a vulnerability forces you to become emotionally resilient. You develop a hardened heart, not because you want to close off from the world, but because you must protect the mission and yourself. This hardened vigilance is your shield, and without it, the shadows will consume you whole. In the labyrinth of covert operations, faces are deceiving masks hiding true intentions. Betrayal often comes wrapped in smiles, kind words, and gestures of camaraderie. The skill to decode these masks, to see beyond surface appearances, is what keeps you one step ahead. It's not just about observing actions, but understanding the subtle cues beneath, the flicker of hesitation, the micro-expressions that betray a lie. Every person you encounter is a complex puzzle. You learn to listen not just to words, but to the silences between them. For instance, a friend who suddenly avoids eye contact during a critical moment might be harboring secrets. A trusted partner who shifts their tone or posture could be signaling a hidden agenda. These micro moments become your clues, the breadcrumbs leading you through a minefield of deceit. Real-life examples show us how deception can be artfully concealed. Think of spies who operated undetected for years, only to be revealed by a tiny, overlooked detail, a slip of the tongue, or an unusual behavior pattern. Training yourself to notice these signs is like developing a sixth sense, turning every interaction into an opportunity to gather intelligence and protect yourself. The emotional toll of constantly suspecting those around you is immense. It forces you to battle not just external threats, but internal conflict, the loneliness of doubt, and the fear of betrayal. But this emotional struggle also sharpens your insight. You begin to trust your intuition more deeply than any spoken word, and that gut feeling becomes a lifeline in the fog of espionage. In mastering the art of decoding masks, you reclaim control. You refuse to be the victim of deception because you see the strings pulling behind every smile. This clarity empowers you to act decisively, choosing when to confront betrayal or when to play along until the right moment. The masks no longer hide secrets from you. They reveal the battleground on which you fight. One of the cruelest realities you face is that the greatest dangers often come not from obvious enemies, but from those you once called allies. When trust fractures, the shock cuts deep, like a wound from a blade you didn't see coming. Allies turning adversaries is a silent threat, a betrayal that shakes the foundation of your mission and your very soul. This transformation is rarely sudden. It's often a slow erosion of loyalty, caused by fear, ambition, or desperation. A comrade might start acting strangely, skipping meetings, withholding information, or subtly undermining your efforts. Recognizing these signs early can save you from catastrophic fallout. History is filled with tales of espionage missions derailed by double agents, proving that betrayal within ranks is one of the most dangerous pitfalls. Emotionally, this betrayal feels like a profound isolation. The sense of brotherhood dissolves, replaced by suspicion and heartbreak. Yet this pain also steels your resolve. You learn the hard lesson that in this deadly game, alliances are conditional and survival depends on self-reliance. The betrayal of an ally becomes a brutal but invaluable lesson in resilience and vigilance. To protect yourself, you develop strategies, compartmentalizing information, constantly verifying loyalty, and preparing contingency plans. The more unpredictable your responses, the harder it becomes for a former ally to exploit you. This adaptability is key to staying one step ahead in a world where yesterday's friend might be tomorrow's enemy. Ultimately, understanding the silent threat of shifting loyalties teaches you that control lies within yourself. You cannot change others, but you can control how deeply you let their betrayal affect you. The pain becomes fuel for your strength, and every broken bond sharpens your ability to survive in a world where trust is a battlefield. In covert operations, the biggest danger is becoming a pawn, a tool manipulated by forces beyond your control. The cycle of being used and discarded is devastating, but it's a cycle that you can break. To stop being a pawn means to reclaim your agency and define your own role in this deadly game. Being a pawn means reacting to others' moves, never anticipating, never commanding. It's a life lived on the defensive, always one step behind. But when you break free, you flip the board. You become a player who dictates the flow of the mission, who chooses when and where to strike. This shift from reactive to proactive is where true power lies. Breaking the cycle requires brutal honesty with yourself. You must confront your fears, your doubts, and the pain of past betrayals. Instead of letting these wounds weigh you down, you transform them into lessons, tools to anticipate others' moves and outsmart them. Every failure becomes a stepping stone, every betrayal a catalyst for strategic thinking. The journey is neither quick nor easy. It demands relentless self-discipline, mental toughness, and the courage to trust your instincts over external validation. But the rewards are profound. Autonomy, confidence, and control over your fate. Once you refuse to be a pawn, you become the author of your own story in the espionage world. Remember, the most dangerous agents are those who play by their own rules. They don't wait for instructions. They create opportunities and shape the battlefield. When you break the cycle, you're no longer a piece to be moved. You're the player moving the pieces. And that is where your true strength lies. In this high-stakes mission, one brutal truth hits hard. You are alone. There are no backup teams riding in like heroes from a movie. No cavalry will arrive when things go sideways. This isn't a storybook rescue. It's the harsh reality of espionage. The only person you can truly count on is yourself. That realization can be terrifying, but it's also liberating. Relying solely on yourself means owning every success and every failure. It means understanding that your decisions, your instincts, and your resilience are what will carry you through. No one else will shoulder your burdens or shield you from consequences. This is a trial by fire that demands you develop unshakable confidence and self-reliance. Many operatives before you have faced moments where isolation felt suffocating. They survived by turning inward, honing their skills, sharpening their minds, and trusting their gut above all else. It's in this solitude that true agents are forged. Your inner strength becomes your greatest asset, your mind, your best weapon. Emotionally, the weight of self-reliance can feel crushing. Loneliness, doubt, and fear will try to break you, but you must see these feelings as fuel, not chains. Every moment alone is an opportunity to become stronger, more focused, and more ruthless in pursuit of your mission. When you accept that no rescue is coming, you step into true power. You become the architect of your own survival, the captain of your fate. This mindset is not just about surviving. It's about thriving in the absence of help, turning solitude into your secret advantage. Before you conquer external enemies, You must first master the battle raging inside your own mind. The psychological battlefield is a complex and relentless arena where doubt, fear, and pain wage war against your willpower. Victory here isn't just important, it's essential for survival in the deadly game of espionage. Your past trauma, insecurities, and emotional wounds can become either shackles or stepping stones. The key is how you engage with them. Do you let them consume you, or do you harness their power to sharpen your mental edge? Successful agents don't deny their pain, they integrate it, turning emotional scars into tools for resilience. Consider the psychological toll that spies throughout history have endured. Constant deception, isolation, and danger create a pressure cooker for the mind. The difference between success and failure often comes down to mental toughness, the ability to stay calm under fire, think clearly in chaos, and act decisively despite internal turmoil. Building psychological resilience requires a daily discipline. Meditation, mental rehearsal, and cognitive reframing become your weapons. Learning to control your emotions rather than being controlled by them transforms you from a reactive pawn to a strategic mastermind. Winning the war within means you control your narrative. You refuse to let past pain define your future. Instead, you transform your mind into an unbreakable fortress where clarity and focus reign supreme. In this battlefield, your greatest victory is the mastery of yourself. When the mission is on the line, hesitation can be fatal. Taking command means stepping forward with authority and confidence, no matter the chaos around you. It's about owning your role fully, understanding that you are not just a participant, but a decisive force shaping the outcome. Ownership starts with mindset. You must believe in your capabilities and decisions, even when doubt creeps in. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It means trusting your training, your instincts, and your judgment. The moment you waver, the mission risks unraveling, and lives hang in the balance. Leadership in covert operations is different from traditional hierarchies. It's often silent, subtle, and based on respect earned through competence and calm under pressure. Taking command means influencing outcomes without loud orders. Through presence, decisiveness, and unyielding resolve. Examples abound of operatives who changed the course of missions simply by stepping up when it mattered most. Whether it's making a split-second call or recalibrating a plan on the fly, the agent who owns their role becomes a linchpin, the mission's heartbeat. Owning your role means embracing responsibility, not fearing it. It's the difference between being swept along by events and steering them with purpose. When you take command, you become the force that moves the mission forward, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Pain is often seen as a weakness to hide or overcome, but in your world, pain is power waiting to be unlocked. Every hurt, every betrayal, every loss is a raw resource you can transform into tactical advantage. Learning to convert pain into strength is one of the most profound transformations you will experience. This process begins with acceptance. Denying or suppressing pain only dulls your edge. Instead, by fully facing your emotional wounds, you gain clarity about your vulnerabilities and motivations. Pain becomes a teacher, revealing hidden truths about yourself and your enemies. Tactical strength born from pain is grounded in empathy and heightened awareness. Your experiences give you insight into human behavior, into fear, desperation, and betrayal that others lack. This allows you to anticipate moves, manipulate situations, and make calculated decisions with a deeper understanding. History's greatest agents often carried heavy burdens, yet they used their pain as a catalyst for relentless focus and precision. Their hardships sharpened their resolve and steeled their nerves. Pain didn't break them, it built them. Transforming pain into tactical strength is also deeply personal. It reconnects you to your mission's purpose, fueling your drive to protect others from suffering what you endured. This emotional fire turns you into a formidable force, unyielding, relentless, and unstoppable. Deception is the currency of espionage, but it's an art, not a blunt weapon. Knowing when, how, and against whom to wield deception is what separates the skilled agent from the reckless amateur. Timing, subtlety, and precision turn lies into powerful tools that shape reality. Mastering deception means understanding that it's not just about falsehoods, it's about controlling perception. You craft narratives, plant doubts, and